If you think that by joining any online class or physical English class or taking tutorial or making your room a library of English books, you can be fluent English speaker, my dear English learners, you are totally wrong. Until and unless you indulge yourself in the process of learning English language, until and unless you do your practice, you can't be fluent English speaker. This is harsh reality. You have to accept it. But the question arises here is that, ma'am, how can we do our practice on daily basis? So the first thing you have to take in your mind that like any other skill, you have to do this on regular basis. Like swimming, you can't do it. You can't do it until and unless you allow yourself to enter into the water. So you have to practice on daily basis. So practice is not only for 15 minutes. The more amount you give to your English learning practice, the more perfect or the more fluent you will be in English language. This is reality. Now there are four skills. Listening, speaking, reading and writing. These are four skills. Now how can you practice on daily basis of these four skills? This is the basic question, because each and everyone asked me a question, ma'am, when should we read, when should we write, should we listen, and when should we speak? And the more important question is, here I am telling you, and each and every video I am suggesting you that speaking should not be limited to only one amount of time. Speaking should not be limited to your morning or evening or night time. It should be after listening, it should be after writing, it should be after reading. Whatever you listen, you have to speak out loud. Whatever you read, you have to assume a reader and speak out loud what you are reading. Whatever you are writing, you have to force yourself to speak the organized thoughts in your mind. Now, wherever you are going, you have to give time to English language. You have to do your practice. Keep this thing in your mind. You have to allot time. If you are really desirous, if English is really important for you, you have to practice on daily basis. Try to indulge yourself as much as possible and immerse yourself, because you have to create the environment of English language for yourself, and the best environment you can create is through movies, English movies. You have to listen and you have to watch those movies, and then after listening and watching, you have to assume a monologue. And dramatic monologue is a monologue in which a person speaks to himself about his thoughts, because we are always thinking, we are always talking to ourselves in our mind, but we have to force ourselves to talk to ourselves in English language. After listening, whether you are listening the podcast, whether you are listening the songs or music or any other thing, you have to speak those things. Whether you are watching any other movie, you have to assume the character of that movie, and then you have to produce the words of that movie. If you are reading a newspaper, you have to assume the character of a newscaster and broadcast the news which you have listened. If you are writing, you have to assume the character of a writer. Try to do your practice, because until and unless we don't do our practice, we can't be fluent English speaker. This is reality. This is reality. You have to accept this reality, apply this theory, and you will be fluent in English literature. You will be fluent in English language. So you have to practice on daily basis. So with this positive thought, we end this video. Till the next video, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.